What's up, everybody? Coach Pearson here. Just wanted to talk a little bit about some outfield work for guys at home. You get out in the backyard, get out in the driveway, whatever. You want to just work some outfield drills here. So when we have our guys field ground balls, we kind of teach two different ways to field a ground ball in the outfield when we're coming through trying to create momentum into our throw. First one is just a simple traditional crow hop. So as we set up to the ball, we kind of chop our feet, make sure that our momentum is underneath us and ready to work through the baseball. We do our regular crow hop. Glove is just going to be outside of our glove foot. Chest is down, hips are down. All right, we don't want to bend in our waist and get stiff in our legs. So we just get low in an athletic position. Now I field the ball. I'm just going to kind of push the glove through a little bit. And as I come through the ball with the crow hop, I'm going to drive my back knee forward and get into a throwing position. The other way we teach guys to come through the baseball now is their throwing side foot is going to be forward. So I'm kind of in a different position here. I'm inside my body a little bit more. Now when I catch this baseball, again, I just work my glove through, and now it's more of a step shuffle where I'm trying to get my momentum over my backside and create a strong, hard throw through my cutoff man. When you're doing some outfield drills, you can keep it very simple. If you want to see some fly ball work, you can do our quarterback drill, which is just some drop step work where guys are seeing the ball in the air and they're working their footwork. Most importantly, first step to the baseball. So when we have our outfielders do these drills at practice, we always like to start with a prep step. So our prep step, very similar to our prep step in the infield. If I'm a right-handed guy, right, left. If I'm a left-handed guy, left, right. Now we're just not going to go all the way down to the ground like we would in the infield. So I take that little prep step, get off my heels, get into an athletic position. If I'm taking balls to my right, I want to make sure I open my hips up. Same thing when I go to the left. When we take our drop steps, what's important is we don't want to get flat or get rounded with our first step. What that will mean in a game is now if I take this flat step and round this angle off, this ball is going to beat me over my head and I'm not going to be in a position to catch the baseball. So parents, when you're working at home with your players, make sure you're focusing on that first step. Guys can just pop the hips open, and you can do some drills where you just work getting into your prep step and popping your hips and making sure you're taking an angle that's a little bit deeper so that you can work through the ball. All right, as an outfielder, it's always easier to work through the ball than to have to go back and adjust going deeper on a baseball. So we'll just take you through a few. When I catch the baseball over my throwing shoulder, I want to reverse pivot. So rather than catch this ball and take 4 or 5 steps to get my body turned, I'm just going to catch this baseball, reverse pivot, and get myself in line with where I'm going to throw this baseball. When I catch it over my glove shoulder, I'm just going to plant that back foot, and now it's more of a shuffle off of that backside into my throw. So we'll just run through a few here, one each way, just so you can kind of see the footwork and how we work through the baseball. So I take my prep step, pop my hips over the shoulder, and then I reverse pivot. Next one, I'll go to my left side, take my prep step, pop my hips, plant, and then shuffle back to the baseball. Okay? You can challenge your players at home with feeds. So as you guys get comfortable with those simple, quick steps and drop steps and getting more efficient with taking your first step, you can challenge your guys a little bit more. You can create more distance into the throw. You can also do a transition drill where you have them go to one side, catch the baseball, and now they transition to work to another fly ball. So just some things you can do at home to work on your outfield footwork.